Hello to all my crafting friends. Today I wanted to do a comparison and also a little tutorial for 3 different sock knitting looms that I have been experimenting with. The reason I want to do this is because when I was trying to figure out what is the best loom to use and how to use it, I really didn't see anything like this that would have helped me, so I want to pass it on. The first loom I have is, it's this little wire loom. It's pretty inexpensive on Amazon, and it's this oval shape, and the pegs are these like clear wires, or not clear wires, but the, open wires, I should say. So, the thing about this one is there's only one size, so you can only make one size of sock with it. There you go. The second one is this KB sock loom 2. Now this one is the regular size. There's also a fine loom, which is for using finer weighted yarns. This one is for using with a worsted weight yarn, which is kind of, just your average yarn. And this one's got this screw here, and then you can adjust the inner pegs so you can make socks of different sizes. So yeah, you basically measure your foot, figure out how big you need your sock, and then you can adjust it that way. The third one I have is the Loops and Threads Build-A-Loom for socks and mittens. And this one I'm actually using right now. So it's got the yarn on it right now. The thing I like about this one is that, it's customizable. So you just put in the pegs that you need. As you can see, the pegs are the same gauge as this one, but the difference is that you don't have to try to reach into these pegs when you're working your yarn, because you don't have to put on those extra pegs. This kit, it comes with all of these different sizes so that you can build whatever loom you need. It includes the tool, a yarn needle, and then it's got 2 different size pegs. The pink ones are these like smaller size ones, and then it's got these blue ones, which are thicker. And for the blue ones, you would have to do them every other hole. And this is really good if you're using even thicker yarn, which probably wouldn't work for a sock because it would make the sock very thick unless you want that. But it's probably pretty good for gloves and things like that. But these pegs are also usable with any of the other Build-A-Loom sets that Loops and Threads makes. So, if you go this route, you can use those pegs for other looms as well. So, of the 3 that I have tried so far this one is my favorite. And the reason, just like I said before, is because it's really hard to reach inside here when you're using your hook. So let me get my hook. Oops, where did I put it? Okay. So when you're, right now I'm doing like a purling knitting stitch for the upper part of the sock. And I'm not going to teach you the stitches in this video because that's like a whole nother thing, but I'm just going to kind of show you how the looms work. So for this one, I'm doing the purl stitch. You pull it up and then pull it over, and then you put the loop back on. It's very easy. The tops of the pegs are harder to slip off the loop than these pegs. I prefer these pegs, but I prefer this design. So it's kind of, they all have their pros and cons. But anyway, this one is really easy to use. Okay, so for the second loom, I got it started. I kind of cheated a little bit because I don't want to go all the way around since I'm just demonstrating. But you can see when I do my stitch, it's really easy to slip the loop off and slip it back on. So that's why I like these pegs better. But the major problem I have, and really the reason why I prefer the other one, even though these pegs are better, is when you have to stitch this inner part, which I'm getting to. All right, so as we could turn the corner, we end up in here, and it is really difficult to to work with this. So you have to kind of get your hook in, flip it. So it doesn't look super hard, I guess, on camera, but it really is a lot more tedious than doing the outside ones. Oops, I just messed that up, but that's okay. There we go. Like when you're going into this area, just your hand doesn't fit in here, and so it's hard to get the hook at a good angle. I just finished, yeah, see, I couldn't get a good hook on that and it just caught the yarn. So gotta kind of hook it under and then turn it. Yeah, see, I can't even get it now. Anyway, I have not figured out a good way around this problem. I did a whole sock using it, like I said, and it was really annoying the whole time. It just really kind of slows you down while you're going, and it, for me, interrupts my flow. I also, you know, side note, I have carpal tunnel, and so having to do weird, awkward things with my wrist in order to accommodate for the loom just isn't comfortable. I actually have some special hooks. These are also by KB, and I love these. These are great if you've got carpal tunnel because they're nice and big handle, but it makes it even more difficult to get in here because your hand is holding a bigger tool. So yeah, anyway, whatever. I don't like this. I really like the loom. I really want to like the loom, and if these were removable, it would be perfect. But they're not, and so this is not perfect. But anyway, if anybody from KB is watching, please make these removable so you can adjust the middle, take out the extra pegs, and then it would be beautiful. So that is my second one. I'm just undoing this so I can use my yarn for the last loom. There we go. Okay, so now for the third loom that I showed you. This one has got the open wire pegs, and I got this one started again as I showed you before. Now this one, I don't know, it's like pretty much impossible to do the knit or the purl stitch on, and like I said, if I might be missing something, but though, you know, the way you do the stitch is you reach through. You're supposed to grab the yarn and pull it through the loop, and then you take the loop off the peg. Okay, there we go. And then you put the new loop on the peg. It's literally like so hard to do. You'd think that these pegs would slip off easily, but they either don't slip off easily or they slip off too easily, and the whole, like, everything just comes off at once. So yeah, I guess because these ones aren't really securely attached, so when you go to pull off, like, look at that, I just barely touched it and it popped off. Anyway, this one I don't even understand like how anyone could use it. If you were maybe doing like a straight stitch where you're just going you know, flipping the yarn over, not doing like a knit stitch. I actually don't know what this stitch is called, but like something like this, yeah, maybe you could use it for that. I don't know. Well, this one is inexpensive, but like I said, you can only do one size with it, and is honestly just harder to use. So I don't recommend this. You don't want to be hooking the yarn that's behind, because you're just going to get a bunch of holes, I mean, pulls in it. And so yeah, that's this one. I don't like this one. Goodbye. So in conclusion, based on my 3 looms here that I've been testing out, this one would be perfect if you could remove the extra pegs, but you can't, so it's not. This one is definitely the easiest to use. I like the versatility of it. Just the pegs don't slip off as easy, but it's fine. And this one, I don't know. Please leave me a comment if I'm doing something wrong and you know how to use this silly thing, because I don't know. I don't get it. All right. Well, anyway, I hope this helped you, you know, make some sense out of your different options for sock looms. And if you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. And thanks for watching.